Morning, everybody. Me and my dad are back in the truck, back at it, and we already been to one property. We said we were gonna go to the highest point and see if we hear any gobbles, but we didn't hear nothing. We completely slipped my mind this morning to film, so y'all didn't miss anything, I promise. Me and my dad are running and gunning, so we're gonna go to another property right down the road, see if we can't hear nothing there. So pick y'all up there. What can I say? We didn't get nothing. Went to Lower Alabama this morning. Youth season's closed in Upper Alabama, so we had to go to Lower Alabama. We went this morning. We went to the highest point of the property. We said if we didn't hear any gobbles, we were gonna go on to the next property. We didn't hear any gobbles, so we left there. We went to a property right down the road that we got permission to hunt. We were pulling in, and all of a sudden, we see a bunch of hens. And Dad says, I bet you there's a gobbler right down that hill. And all of a sudden, we see a strutting tom coming right up the hill. So, we had to leave there. We decided we weren't gonna mess with him. So, went to the next property, and we went to a green field. We were set up in the woods. There are 2 gobblers on the green field. And we watched those birds for 3 hours strut down there non-stop.
It's about 3.5 hours. That's about 80 yards away.
About 80 yards away. And they would not come into range. They would not do it.
You and Mr. Michael was set up on them.
Yeah. They acted like they were on one of them electric fences for dogs. They couldn't come across it. That was their boundary.
Line in the sand.
That was their line in the sand. Dadgummit. We're gonna try them again tomorrow.
Turkey Palooza spring break is not going well.
No, it's not. I think we're gonna go to where we saw that one turkey strutting when we pulled in, where we didn't want to mess with him, so I think that's what we're gonna do in the morning. We'll pick you up in the morning.
Never did understand as a much younger man why I felt such a need to go. But I learned that it's all in my head. I can't stop the rivers turning. With that being said,
Morning, everybody. Me and my dad back in the truck. We're gonna go turkey hunting again. I think what we're gonna do this morning is Dad's gonna split off and go to where we saw that gobbler strutting and knew we didn't want to mess with him. And then I'm gonna go over with Jeff where we saw those 2 strutters in the green field. So if all plans go well, we might have 3 birds down this morning. Maybe. But I'm not gonna say nothing yet because, well, if I say something that's not gonna happen. So we'll pick y'all up in the blind. What's up, y'all? We're in the blind. We ain't seen nothing yet. We ain't had no luck. Dad went over to another property right down the road. He went to that property where we saw that gobbler yesterday. We pulled in, so I don't think he's had any luck. I think he's actually had bad luck this morning. He said that he had farmer bumped him off. Yep. He said that he was on top of the hill strutting and he had him in his sights. And all of a sudden they started running and they broke fly. And he was trying to figure out what spooked him off, and then like 5 minutes later, a dadgum tractor come pulling by him, so dadgum, man. So we gonna keep sitting and see if we see anything. We'll pick y'all up if we do.
So just to let y'all know what's going on right now. Garrett and Mr. Michael are sitting on the same green field they set on yesterday. There's two gobblers been pretty regular on that same field. They've been working them birds all morning. It's right at 10 o'clock now. There's a big weather front coming through, as you can see, and that just lets y'all know how hardcore Garrett is as a turkey hunter. He will not come out of there as long as he thinks some birds is going to come out. So either a tornado or a mad daddy is going to have to go in there and drag him out of that green field. But they do have turkeys on the field right now, so I'm sitting here at the road waiting on to hear two booms. Wish them luck, and maybe next time we come up, we'll have two birds for y'all. Left. Alright, so let me let y'all know what's going on. Garrett, Mr. Michael, we finally was able to get back on this field. We left at lunch and had a big thunderstorm come through. And all the turkeys came out during the storm when we were gone. Well, we waited and they finally left. And we were able to finally sneak back up in here. The birds left, so Garrett and Mr. Michael are in a ground blind about 40 yards to my left. Let's see if I can't flip this thing around and show you the field, but I mean, do this. Right over there. But these birds are locked down with a whole flock of hens, but in the evenings they have been breaking off those hens and coming back out to this field, so we're just gonna set up doing some calling every once in a while. I don't know if Garrett's doing these reviews, so if he is, then you probably won't never see this one, but hopefully he's telling y'all what's going on, walking y'all through it as it's happening. But I'm gonna sit in this shooting house watching the film and hopefully get the whole thing on film if the birds come back. So that's the plan. So hopefully it works.
I don't know about you. These turkeys are really starting to tick me off. We woke up this morning and we went over to the property where we saw them two birds strutting. We couldn't get them to come up the hill where they acted like that was their line in the sand. So we were going to see if they could come back in the green field this morning. It was supposed to rain this morning, so we got in the blind and it started sprinkling a little bit. Me and Jeff said, oh, we can sit through this. It's not that bad yet. And Dad, he was over there at a property down the road, and he said he had a turkey gobbling non-stop off the limb, like triple gobbling and everything else. Well, he flew down and he shut up, and all of a sudden he saw his head pop over the hill. And he started coming around to the decoy, and he had already had his safety off. And all of a sudden, that turkey ran off and started flying off. And like 20 minutes later, he looked over and he saw a dadgum John Deere spray tractor coming out, about to spray the field, poison the field, getting ready for planting. Well, me and Jeff were still in the blind, and we didn't see nothing, and we looked at the forecast, we looked at the radar, and it was a bunch of orange and yellow and red. So we decided that we were gonna go sit in the truck. So we got back to the truck and we said, we're gonna go to town, pass some time, get something to eat. So we went to town, we went to Jack's, we ate. We were sitting there, and all of a sudden Jeff's phone goes off. And he done got a picture of them gobblers on that dadgum field. So we got done eating and we raced back to the dadgum club. And we were going on the trail and we peeked over. Sure enough, there was a dadgum blowed up turkey right there. So there was no way we could get into a blind or on the field. So Dad said, I'll just stay right here and watch these turkeys while y'all just go around and go where y'all were yesterday to see if y'all can get them to come up the hill. Well, we sat there for about 30 minutes to an hour waiting and never got them to come up the hill. So Dad said to come on back, and well, they finally left, and Dad said to come on back and to try to get in the blind or the shooting house. So we came on back and we hopped in the shooting house for about 10-15 minutes, and we said that if we didn't see nothing in about 10-15 minutes, then we were going to hop down and get into our blind. We didn't see anything, so we hopped down, we got in our blind. We sat in our blind for about 2.5 hours, and we didn't see nothing, so yeah. That's how our hunt went. Freaking turkeys are whooping our butts. I ain't playing that. Well, I guess we're gonna try them again tomorrow. Catch y'all on the next one.